3 months ago, I sold my marketing agency, which I had started 8 years ago and grew to 7 figures. During the last few years, I've actually invested in real estate. So we have some multifamily properties here in South Carolina. My plan now is to continue growing our investment portfolio, not just in real estate investments, but also in businesses. Investing in local businesses to help them grow and scale. But I didn't just dive in and start investing in more real estate or buying a business. I really wanted to take the time to set up the foundation properly. So here's what I've been working on in the past few months. Essentially, it looks like this. So I set up a trust with an attorney, and that trust now owns a Wyoming LLC, even though I reside in South Carolina. The reason for the Wyoming LLC is because ultimate privacy. It is actually a state, one of the few states that do have the best and strongest protection on privacy. Along with other states, of course, as well, but not as strong as Wyoming. And then that Wyoming LLC becomes a holding company, which then owns all of the other LLCs. Now, obviously, this grows over time. I just put 4 down for illustration purposes, but of course, those LLCs are now in South Carolina. Also, by the way, the trust is a South Carolina trust. And this holding company owns each of these South Carolina-based LLCs. But it's not just as easy as doing this yourself and opening an LLC. It's really, really, really important for estate planning that you don't open it under your name. You need to have a few different things, which is number 1, a registered agent so that your name never appears on an LLC at all. So think of an LLC like a birth certificate. You cannot change it once it's there. Do not ever put your name anywhere. Don't let it touch your LLC or any LLCs that you create, whether it's the Wyoming LLC especially, or any of the LLCs in your state. It's really important that your name is never on it. The reason for this is for privacy, because you're setting up the structure for privacy. And why is privacy so important for this structure and investing in real estate investments and in businesses is for ultimate protection, so that you are not opening yourself up and liable to having creditors or employees or tenants down the line being able to basically come after your assets. I'm not an attorney. Don't follow my advice. Obviously, you have to pass everything by your attorney. Not all attorneys are aware of this structure, so it did also take me some time and a lot of research to find the best attorney for this structure. So that would be my advice. But again, I'm not an attorney. Don't take just my advice at face value. Please do your own research and find your own attorney for this. What I've also been learning over time that I'll also talk about and share is essentially creative financing ways of investing in both real estate and buying businesses. So it doesn't make sense to just fork up a whole bunch of cash for either a business or a real estate. You're really tying up a lot into that deal, and you're not getting the highest ROI that you can by doing that. So regardless of whether you have the cash or not, it is actually better to find more creative ways, especially in these high interest rate times, because of course you could get an SBA loan for buying a business. You can get obviously traditional mortgage for buying property, but the interest rates are going to be pretty high, right? So we want to find, more creative ways of doing so and freeing up the rest of our cash so that we can grow a bigger portfolio. That's the goal. So if you find this video helpful, I can dive into each of the details of what I'm doing along the way, what I'm analyzing, how I'm analyzing, which deals, what I'm going after first, the programs I'm using, AI, because I'm using a lot of AI in this process as well, what ultimately I'm narrowing in on, taking you through the journey to develop essentially like an SOP plan for a template essentially for doing that and accelerating that more and more, but while also wanting to diversify asset classes as well. So let me know if any of this is interesting. I just got back from tennis, so please excuse the tennis outfit.